can tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, where you're from, that kind of thing.
So I'm a French guy, 22 years old. I live in Paris. I was a student in communication for 3 years, and then I had to drop out last December. And now, like this year, I've taken a bit of time, like to sort out my health issues. So like I think I had this since primary school. Yeah, because I like that's the thing for me. That's why it's so impacting for me. And the main difference for me was like I'm not sleepy. Like I couldn't even nap in my life. It's more like a stress and tired feeling every day, every time. So like this was my first symptom, like the thing that I wanted to sort out, because at work I was really like stressed. I was tense. Like when I came back from work, like I woke up like I was just like run over by a truck. I spent all day at work, destroyed, like nervous and tired. And then I go back to at home. I cannot sleep because I have insomnia about this. So I had to sort this out because I couldn't keep on with this. So this was my main symptom, I think.
So describe to me your worst day, the worst day possible. Talk about the symptoms, talk about the impact on your life, maybe on your relationships as well.
Yeah. So like for example, 3 days ago, I had like the symptoms back. You cannot get awake. Basically, you get like you sleep in like 3 or 4 times, not enough. When you get up, it's like being a shell of a person like all day long, but also physically painful and psychologically painful. Yeah, it's like being in hell, to be honest. Like even when I go outside, you're nervous, you're sweaty, everything hurts. You go outside, there is too much noise, too much light. You feel like an alien, to be honest. I had like what I thought was dissociation was actually sleep disordered breathing.
Sure.
It's like I was always dissociated, and for my like I was like this like all my life. So like in class, even if I have ADHD, I couldn't be like I don't know. You live in stress, so you like everything you need to do is like either you do nothing or either you do things like stress. Like with the relationships, in retrospect, I couldn't notice how tired I felt in my relationships, but especially like really close relationships, like romantic relationships, I have lost like quite a lot of relationships because of this, not being able to go out or be like as much extroverted that you want to be. Always needed to rest. Except, for example, this summer, I really noticed the difference because I was aware of it. Like, I don't know, my ex-girlfriend at this time, she was like really, I don't know, she like, for example, if she woke up, she went to do stuff like breakfast, and she was at the table, and she did like, hey, I don't know, we're gonna do this. For me, I wake up, I'm destroyed. It takes me like 1 hour maybe to get out of bed. Then I'm like not here for like 1 hour. I take my breakfast. I need to rest until like 3 p.m. I'm always on my chair because I don't know, there's a feeling of needing to rest. Your body is basically telling you to do nothing because you don't have energy. Also, you kind of get this stress feeling. You're never really relaxed. I never felt relaxed before 2 weeks ago in my life, like truly relaxed.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really impactful, and I think like there's a ton of health issues related to this, and I'm still learning about the impact today as we speak. So I went through a PTSD diagnosis, then ADHD diagnosis, and then something wasn't quite right. So I was like I was still searching for the answer after my ADHD diagnosis. And then I remember like this ex of mine talking about me choking in my sleep, and I thought about it, and I basically went down the rabbit hole that is sleep disorder breathing.
When did you first notice that you had symptoms?
I wasn't the first one to notice it. I think it was one of my exes that noticed that I was choking in my sleep. And then, of course, like when I look back at my life, now that I feel a bit better, like it's like a thing, like a big fire in the horizon, you know, it's like what happened, you know, it's like a literal chaos of psychological and physical issues.
Yeah.
Like because your body is running on stress, not on energy.
What are the types of things that you tried to do to help with the UARS?
So when I started to understand that I was not functioning as I should be, I tried to basically like get the perfect hygiene. I was like running, working out every day. I was like, I had a tight schedule. I was really serious. Like I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink coffee, sugars. Like for 21 years old, like I think no one lives like this. So I tried all of this. I also tried like every kind of sleep hygiene stuff, like waking up at certain hours and sleeping at the same hours every day. Yoga, I tried also earplugs or eye masks, etc. So every kind of like a band-aid thing that could work if you don't choke during your sleep. But for me, it didn't change anything.
Oh, okay. So you tried all of these things.
Yeah.
How long would you say you were trying these things?
When I started to understand that I was in a bad place, I spent like 2 years trying to really hang on, you know. But like that's why I say like I burned out really quickly. I burned out like twice, 20 years old, and then after 1 year after that at 21, and then after this I was like, okay, let's do a break so we can figure this out. So it was like a long fight to get diagnosed, especially with UARS. Yeah, in France. But yeah, like it took me from I don't know, March to October to get there. So for all of these months, I had to take an appointment, wait with these horrible symptoms, and then take the test, wait for the test, get for the results, etc. You need someone who knows about UARS and who knows how to diagnose UARS. I don't know. I felt like a crazy guy because he told me like you're not fat and you're not old. So like the guy was like really reluctant to diagnose me, and he just told me like, hey, go see someone else. Like I felt like really like this guy didn't believe me at all, like from the start. So also he put me on nasal spray, which didn't help. So then I started to my researches. I took the matter personally on Reddit mostly, and I saw like some people advising mandibular advancement and maxillar and mandibular advancement for sleep apnea. And I was kind of looking into this, so I went to Max Fast surgeon.
Yeah.
Who gave me the right test to do, and it was a guy who like told me like, hey, do this test and do this. So I got this when I got my first polygraphy, which is not it's not a good test, to be honest. It's a really bad test, outdated test. And I do this with another ENT, which was the same kind of guy. It was like, you're not fat, you're not. It was a really bad guy overall. And I came back with the results to the surgeon, which denied MMA because, like I said, I was only on AHI 6, which is not enough for the budget surgery. In France, you need at least 15 of AHI to get the budget surgery.
Sure.
And then I met with another surgeon just to get a second opinion on this. He also told me, so that's when I tried to get UARS diagnosis to prove that my severity of symptoms was high enough to get any kind of help that I needed.
Sure.
And hopefully I didn't, like I tried to get this PSG and stuff, but hopefully I found another resource about UARS on Reddit again, a community, which gave me the contact of a good orthodontist. And he was a guy who like I don't know, it's like before I used to like feel like a fight in the discussions with doctors. But with this guy, like everything clicked, you know, like I'd say to him something, he was like, yes, yes, yes. Like it was like
Wonderful.
he was saying stuff I already knew. And I was like, yeah, of course, like I know this, I know this, I know this. And he gave me my current treatment plan, which is great. So like,
Wonderful.
yeah, this was like my last guy. I just had to find one good doctor, and it was it. But it took
Yeah,
me,
and this echoes my experience as well, right? I mean,
yeah,
if
a lot of
you're
people.
young and you're thin, they dismiss it. You're
Mm.
not supposed to have these issues.
Yeah,
And
if you're a young, beautiful woman, this is that's the name of people like doctors give to URS. It's like a young, beautiful woman, thin disease, which is a bit dumb.
sure. So describe your current treatment plan and tell us about it.
Yeah. So what I did, because I couldn't wait for this for all of these appointments. Like 2 months ago, I decided to buy myself a CPAP. With the help of this, I was already with the community that helped me a lot. So they told me to buy this two CPAP, like second-hand CPAP for 300 euros, I think, something like this. So I bought it. It like the first 3 days, I was like, wow, like for 3 days, I felt a difference. It was like, I don't know, I think I cried for 40 minutes the first day, to be honest, because like I said, I had this since primary school. So it was a big thing for me. Like I don't know if you have this symptom, but for me, I have a lot of light sensitivity from my sleep issues. It's like first day I went outside, I was like I could feel the sun and not feel like I don't know, like it's like I've been drunk the day before, you know.
Yeah, wow.
I feel really good. Then the effects vanished. I think I just hit a plateau because I like my AHI was low, so I think this APAP, automatic CPAP, just reduce the AHI, but not the UARS, which is
Okay,
way harder to get treated. So I tried to optimize the pressure with this, and it didn't work because I couldn't tolerate the expirations with CPAP. So then I asked someone from the community to help me get BiPAP, and I got it. And like that's when things changed a lot for me. I started to feel, so I was like a tired, nervous wreck before.
sure.
Then I started to get energy, so I was like a really adrenalized, energetic guy, but still not good, like stress and stuff. But I had this energy. Then the adrenaline vanished, so I was really sleepy. But I never was sleepy before, actually. I just was tired all the time, but never sleepy. So it wasn't a good change for me. And then my body started to recover, and I started to get more energy and get out of this sleepy phase. So this is a bit my cycle of recovery. And in the meantime, I had this orthodontist, and thanks to the scans I did with the maxillofacial surgeons before, I got my MSE, which is maxillary skeletal expander, accepted. And another surgery as well, just to expand the mandibular as well. And also this great orthodontist, he saw that there was a lingual obstructions on my scans that no one
Yep,
saw before. I don't know why
sure.
or how. So he told me like, hey, it is your issue. You can, and I came back to the first surgeon with this new information. And like I have, so I have MSc planned in January,
Hmm.
and I have more surgeries planned next year after the MSc. So I think I can say like right now my treatment plan is like done. And the good thing is I don't have to fight for treatments, for doctors to understand me anymore. Right now, my goal is to get good sleep on BiPAP if I can, because when I get stressed or bad sleep, I go back to where I was before. My plan is to optimize this sleep, and when I climb with the MSCs, surgeries, and finally get to a better baseline.
So is your goal then with the surgeries to go off of the BiPAP?
Yeah, I think the MSC is not gonna solve my sleep issues. It's gonna, I mean, I never could rebreathe my nose before, but I didn't know because for me it was normal. MSC is gonna probably improve the BiPAP treatment a lot. So I plan on that. Like for now, I need a quiet place to sleep with BiPAP good, because when it's the case, I can feel myself recovering a bit. It's like an elevator before. Before I was like in a downward curve with the elevator. BiPAP stop this and maybe go up a bit. MSC is gonna help me raise a bit, and then with the jaw surgeries, it should get me cured of this issue. I hope so.
Fantastic.
There is a lot of grieving that comes after the treatment, I found, about like how much I missed in life. And for me, I discovered it young enough, but I cannot I really feel for people who discover it like much later in life and see missed opportunities. Or for me, I know that I missed my teenage years. I was always inside because I don't know, I was tired, and I always thought it was normal for me. Like tired becomes your new normal, and I think even people I talk to in the community, like I have felt this good feeling like a few times now, not for a long time, but like maybe 1 week in total in my life. So for now, even me, I still my mind is not convinced it is true. Like feeling good or relaxed or something like this.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
No, that's an incredible story. Certainly, the impact is dramatic. Certainly, and this is a moment and an opportunity. I would say, give folks advice. What advice would you give people who are suffering from sleep issues? What kinds of things would you tell them that you wish you knew, 5-10 years ago?
I would tell them they are not stupid, they are not lazy. Like I have 2 things to say, I think, to finish. So if I need to give advice to people, it's like get into the Reddit community of UARS, get into the Discord, people will help you. Like I got into my treatments and stuff in 1 month because I got the proper orientation and advices, because I knew you need to be able to advocate for yourself. It's sad to say, but currently the medical system is not able to help you. So you need to be able to fight for it while being in this horrible state. It's hard, but the best advice is like read a lot about conditions, the treatments, especially the state of the art conditions, and then just go out there and try to fight for yourself.
No, that's great advice, and I think that's a common experience, having to fight for yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a long time. But congratulations on your journey, having done it for yourself.
No, that's why I was saying, like, that's why I got like really angry, and a lot of people get angry too. That's why I also like your initiative. Like a lot of people get angry at the medical system because of that. Because I think like we are actually like killing people. I think right now as we speak. Like somewhere in the world, someone must be hearing something like you're too stressed, or you're too young, or too thin. Person might be a bright, sensitive, young individual. So this person is going to be prescribed antidepressants, anxiolytics, or I don't know, nasal sprays. And like I wonder like how many, I think like current studies show like around 40% of people in the world suffer from sleep disorder breathing.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many of them are diagnosed with depression, anxiety, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, ADHD, IBS, etc. I wonder how many are going to spend their life sedated under the wrong diagnosis, and how many people kill themselves each year or even this week because we didn't diagnose them right. I think we need to share the word, because like I think there is something really wrong about at a worldwide scale. There is something wrong about this.
I agree completely. That's the purpose of Healthful Stories.
I would say like I'm beating the disease. I will not call myself beat the disease, but I'm Rafael, and I'm currently beating UARS. And if I can do it, I think everyone can.
That is fantastic, Rafa. I appreciate that. It makes a huge difference for people. Yeah. And I'm hopeful that by sharing your story today, you will help others. And that's the whole point of Healthful Stories. So thank you so much for your time today. And
thanks a lot.
Look forward to staying in touch.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the initiative, and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Take care, Rafa. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.